I rise today to discuss the importance of reauthorizing a 5-year farm bill. America's farmers, ranchers, and agriculture producers deserve it. America's food and national security depend on it, and Congress must deliver it. It has been said that the farm bill is like a Swiss Army knife. It does a little bit of everything. This 5-year bill tackles the whole scope of American food and ag policy, addressing things like how we conserve our resources to how we support research from our land-grant universities to how we keep people fed. Since it's a 5-year bill, the farm bill is long enough to provide certainty to ag producers and is short enough for Congress to respond to market changes and strengthen the farm safety net accordingly. The farmers, ranchers, and ag producers that provide us all with food, fuel, and fiber deserve a 5-year bill. The last farm bill was signed into law on December 20th, 2018. That legislation was put in place to respond to the needs of producers at that time. Since 2018, a lot has changed. We had a global pandemic that devastated the supply chain. War broke out between Russia and Ukraine, one of the top wheat-producing countries in the world, and the Biden administration's failed trade agenda and delayed appointment of trade officials resulted in unprecedented market fluctuation. The list goes on, and we haven't even mentioned inflation or drought conditions yet. Since 2018, when the last farm bill was signed, input costs on the farm have skyrocketed. At one point in 2022, when inflation was at its worst, fertilizer prices were up 220%, and diesel fuel prices were up 115%. For the producers whose operations even survived through that time, they're still shouldering the burden of an 80% increase in fertilizer costs compared to 2018, and diesel that costs $4.50 per gallon today compared to $3 per gallon in 2018. So, if you're people talking about how input costs and inflation are coming down, it's an illusion if you compare it to 2018 when Congress signed the last farm bill. Our national and global security depend on a new farm bill. 90 years ago, Congress recognized the importance of protecting and strengthening America's food security, on which our national security depends. That's why the Farm Bill exists. We cannot afford to have ag producers going out of business because of one bad crop year. Crop insurance helps us avoid that, and this year's wheat harvest in Kansas is a perfect example of why the program is so important. In 2023, drought and market conditions caused producers to abandon the highest number of acres of wheat since World War I. Right now, crop insurance is helping thousands of producers keep their operations afloat until next year when they roll the dice again with Mother Nature and put their livelihoods on the line, all so that we can have stocked grocery shelves. Crop insurance is one of the most successful public-private partnerships we have. I've said all along that my top priority for the Farm Bill is to strengthen and maintain it. If we make any changes to crop insurance, we need to use a scalpel and not a sledgehammer. It's the most cost-effective way to deliver a safe, steady, robust food supply. Trade and trade promotion also help America remain competitive and secure, and our trade programs are authorized through the Farm Bill. Back in February, I introduced the Ag Export Promotion Act, which would allocate additional resources to the Market Access Program and the Foreign Market Development Cooperator Program for 5 years. Trade programs, which have long-standing records of success in America, represent the partnership between the public and private sectors of our country. These programs are essential because they spearhead innovative market access, new market development, and promote agriculture sales overseas. Between 1977 and 2019, USDA export promotion programs added 13.7% of additional export revenue, or nearly $648 billion, to the value of U.S. ag exports.
Greetings, friends. I have a major update to share with you today. Lawmakers are considering new tax cuts and tax credits that would benefit millions of households across our country. As election season nears, many top economists and advocacy groups are urging the Biden administration to take action and approve more relief for the American people. My dearest friends, I'll be going over the current proposed plans, so please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. According to Go Banking Rates, the United States has no shortage of social safety net programs designed to help low-income Americans overcome financial challenges that prevent them from having access to adequate housing, healthcare, and other essentials. While many of the programs are effective at fulfilling their missions, there are also variations in their effectiveness based on where you live and how much income you earn. A recent study analyzed government safety net programs such as SNAP, the Child Tax Credit, and the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families to learn how effective they are at keeping households that have a tough time making ends meet. One thing the organization learned is that government spending on programs is not necessarily the best gauge of determining their effectiveness. As a Brookings Institution noted, high per capita spending in a state might be because its safety net policies are generous, or it might be because there is a high poverty rate in the state. Increases in spending during recessions might arise because states change their program rules, or because more families are facing hardship and qualify for existing programs. For example, the analysis found that the Generosity Index for TANF, which provides cash assistance to low-income families with children, varies significantly across the states. As recently as 2019, benefits range from $363 in Mississippi to $3,379 in Wyoming. The Brookings Institution also found that earned income tax credits typically compromises of a small share of total safety net benefits, despite the fact that the average state tax credit index has increased by around 150% since 2001. As for the SNAP program, which provides food purchasing assistance to eligible households, the Brookings Institution found that not all states receive equal SNAP funding for families in similar circumstances. For example, Alaska and Hawaii have different rules reflecting the higher cost of living in those states. Also, the child tax credit benefited from a crisis-era expansion that in 2021 raised the maximum refundable child tax credit for children 17 and under. But those increases did not last long. In 2022, the credit returned to 2020 levels and is slated to return to its 2017 level after 2025, in the absence of additional legislation. So beginning in 2026, the child tax credit will be reduced by half to $1,000. The earnings phase-in will increase to $3,000, and the credit will phase out at 5% for select households. Right now, there are three primary aspects of the credit that limit its availability to poor families. The first is the income minimum. No one with earnings below $2,500 a year qualifies for the credit. The second is a phase-in rate. Currently, the credit is limited to 15% of a filer's income in excess of $2,500 a year. That's a rather slow phase-in, and it means that a family with 2 children earning $20,000 will not get a credit's full benefit. While the credit is worth $2,000 per child for families who have enough income to owe taxes, at most $1,600 per child is available to families that do not have a tax bill. So getting rid of both the income minimum and the refundable maximum entirely is a no-brainer. Conservative Republican like Senators Steve Daines and Mike Lee have proposed abolishing these provisions. So they're a natural place for bipartisan collaboration. The phase-in should begin with the first dollar earned, and the full $2,000 credit should be available to poor families. Then the phase-in rate should also be increased. Another approach to provide more help is financing state child tax credits through state revenues from economic growth, rather than new taxes. Well, my greatest and most beautiful friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you so much, dearest friends, for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, every Friday I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway of $75. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you, dearest friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.